So at this point, you're probably asking yourself, what the hell is going on? Well, this is a first for Tech Syndicate. The folks at Massdrop were nice enough to send us this. This is the Pro-Ject debut carbon turntable, and this is gonna be our first record player / turntable review. This has actually been around for quite a while. It's actually one of the best buys that you can get if you're just trying to get into the game. If you wanna have audiophile quality record player, this is one of the most affordable options you can get. It has a carbon tone arm, which is its main selling point that makes it comparable with turntables that cost $1,200, $1,500, $1,800, $2,500 sometimes. It has a $100 cartridge on here, an Audiophile 2M, which is amazing. And so if you want to jump in the game, it might be a little bit expensive to just go crazy. Obviously, you got to see if you like it, if you like listening to records. Personally, I thought it was going to be dumb. I have a huge MP3 collection, I have Spotify. I don't need this. Now I kind of love it. Look, I have a record collection. It has like all these like songs that I really like, and I'm super proud of it, and it's got pretty art, and it's kind of nice, and it's really affordable. So I thought I would hate it. I don't like to collect anything physical because I'm always living out of a suitcase or out of my car, so I didn't think I'd like it, and I love it. And now I want to set up like a listening room with like a Barcelona chair and drink cognac and smoke cigars and listen to Pink Floyd late at night in a robe. But anyway, this thing is really nice, really affordable. Let's just jump right into the review and we'll talk about it, and I'll show you all the features and what it does and doesn't come with and what you need to think about and not think about. So here she is. As you can tell, she's totally beautiful and very simple and modern design. Looks real good. Now, before you guys go ahead and listen to records in this, you got to make sure you have a phono preamp or a phono amp. This won't just work into an O2 DAC amp combo or into a tube amp or a headphone amp. It has to be preamplified or be going into a phono amp. Other thing you need to take into account is it needs to be put on a level surface, so use the Spirit, make sure it's a rigid vibration-free table, and you'll be fine. And then you also have to set this thing up, so there's a little bit more to it. So first thing you got to do is slide the drive belt over the hub and the small motor pulley. The big pulley's for 45s, the small one's for 33s. The cartridge that's in there, which is the Audiophile 2M, is a magnetic motor cartridge. It's already factory fitted and calibrated, so you don't need to do anything. It does come with the cartridge alignment tool in case you need to, but it's ready to go. It's perpendicular to the recording surface, and it's set from factory. It does have an azimuth adjustment set screw in the back of the tone arm. You probably won't need to use that, but again, in the future for tuning it or whatnot, you may. The next thing you need to do is install and balance the tone arm counterweight. It's really simple. Just put the arm in between the record platter and the little tone arm holder thingamajigger, and basically put the weight on the back, and then make sure you just move it in and out until it's completely balanced. Once it's balancing perfectly, you want to set the little marking disc on the front to 0, and then rotate it to 17.5 MN. That is the recommended pressure for the stylus for this type of cartridge. The next thing you need to do is install the anti-skate weight. The second notch on the little tab on that back, you want to put the little loop around there and then throw it around the hanger, and that's how you get that bias weight installed. Finally, install and connect your RCAs, your ground, and your power. It's pretty simple. Make sure it goes into a preamp or into a phono amp. We used the Pro-Ject Phono Box S. It's about $100, and then we went into the Woo Audio WA6, and then we tested it with the Beyerdynamic DT990s. And then finally, the last thing you do is you install the cover and the lid, throw a record in there, and you're good to go. That's exactly the process steps. It's pretty simple. Now that we have it set up, let's talk about why it's better than the average turntable. The first reason is the carbon tone arm. It's usually only found in 4-digit price points, you know, like $1,200 and $1,500 and actually $3,000 and $4,000 turntables as well. Super stiff. It doesn't resonate as much as aluminum, so it's not going to color or add any like additional sonic signal to your record. The next thing is the Audiophile 2M magnetic motor cartridge. This thing is $100 alone. It's wonderfully musical. It's transparent and it's accurate, but it sounds great. It's just rich and dynamic and beautiful, and I really liked it. Another thing is the extremely high quality motor that this thing comes with. So first of all, it's TPE suspensioned. So that means that it's basically got fancy thermoplastic elastomer rubber bands that are gonna support it and separate the motor so that none of that vibration or movement gets transferred to the record. That's important. The other thing that's important is that you have a good quality power supply, which it's just your standard kind of like box power supply, but it's good quality, and more importantly, it has a very precise DC driven AC generator. So that assures the record spins at an extremely consistent speed. It's not going to change RPMs ever. It's gonna be always perfect, which is really important. Now, we're not gonna get too much into sound quality because I'd be lying if I told you that I could describe the differences in sound that I heard between a record on an audiophile level turntable and an MP3, but we did get a second opinion, and yeah, let's hear what he has to say. Agent Beard, what'd you think about the turntable?
If this turntable was a chick, it'd be a chick stroking my beard while having a long walk on the beach.
Fucking Beard. All right, so there you have it. That's the Pro-Ject Carbon debut, or debut Pro-Ject Carbon. I don't know. It's a really nice turntable. The thing freaking rocks. We tested the hell out of it. It sounds great. Looks beautiful. It's available in a bunch of colors. And honestly, if you're really looking to get into a record player, it's a good experience. I really enjoyed it. And the price is right. It's a good way to get into the game. And yeah, so we're also curious to see if you guys like this kind of stuff. Do you want us to review more turntables and headphones, or should we stick to GPUs and motherboards and that kind of stuff? Let us know. We wouldn't mind expanding, but if you guys don't like it, we're sure as hell not going to do it, because what's the point if you guys don't like it? So yeah, basically it. If you have any questions on this turntable, if you have any questions on audio stuff, if you have any comments you like or don't like, whatever, let us know, and we'll see you guys next time.
John Hammond brought back the dinosaurs. These guys brought back the groove. John Hammond dressed part. I don't know, it randomly popped in my head.